Join us every Friday at 7 a.m. as we promote awareness of disability issues to affect policy and social change for the better. Be a part of the conversation by calling 1-869-469-7953 or 1-869-765-7312. You can also WhatsApp call 1-869-669-7312. And don't forget our Magic Jack number 917-460-2187. Every Friday at 7 a.m. we bring you out of the shadows and into the light. Sponsored by Eureka Health Services in collaboration with 2020 Vision Radio.
Are you concerned about your health? Come on, everyone should be. The old people say that who don't pay a doctor will pay a pastor, or someone will for you. So before it reaches to that stage, come on in and visit Eureka Health Services in Ramsbury. Dr. Libed and his associates at Eureka will take excellent care of you. They're friendly, experienced, and professional. So call them at 1-869-469-0521 or 1-869-662-5187. And for more information, just visit their website at www.eurekahealthservices.com. At Eureka Health Services, patients are our number one priority.
Buddies, 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 for the easy way. Yes, Buddies is here just for you, offering a wide array of services. Feeling hungry? Then check us out at Buddies Restaurant and Pizzeria on Main Street, Charlestown for breakfast, lunch, and evening snacks. Call us at 469-0125. Too busy for laundry? Then Buddies Laundry Services on Stony Grove is here for you. We wash, we clean, we press your clothes for every occasion, be it work, school, graduation, church, weddings, you name it, we do it. Call us at 469-0889. We make you look chic and smell sweet. Buddies also offer health services through trucking. If you got stuff to dispose, then call us at 663-1622. Call Buddies for all your trucking needs. It's for the easy way. Buddies, 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 Buddies. Making life worthwhile by leaving every customer fully satisfied.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Out of the Shadows into the Light for Friday the 10th of April 2026. I'm Ren. Dr. Labber is in studio with me, and we welcome you to another program. As for usual, you know, Friday, for whatever reason, presents us with the shortest hour in the week. I believe time flies a bit so quickly, but we want you to stay with us as we discuss pertinent issues as it relates to persons with disabilities. Dr. Labber, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Renford, and good morning to our listening audience on 102.1 FM, and we are streaming live on Facebook, onto YouTube and Twitch. Pleasant good morning to one and all.
Okay, let's have a word of prayer before we proceed. Father, we are thankful that you've blessed us with another day. We ask for your direction today, that, Lord, we will strive to be a part of the wisdom that you're always willing to impart with us, as if we avail ourselves. You said, Lord, anyone who lacks wisdom should ask of you, and so we ask you that you'll be with us today, guide our steps, guide our thoughts. But everything we do, Lord, bring honor to you and touch and change and make a difference in the lives of those who are listening, those who are watching today. Thank you for all that you'll do with us, through us, and for us, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen and amen. Yes, Renford, so we are here again.
Yes, and let me say thank you to Eureka Health Services and Bodies for associating themselves with Out of the Shadows into the Light. We are always thankful for persons who are willing to come alongside us to ensure that our mandate is realized, and we're just about, partnership and community service, and we are appealing to the community to embrace the concept that we are trying to achieve, Dr. Lywell.
Yes, we are building a community of support for persons with disabilities and, of course, the elderly who want to remain active. Aging can be a disabling condition if it's not properly managed, and so we are catering for that segment of our population. According to the global statistics, 15% of the population in any country will be living with a disability. Some are severe, 3 to 5%. And so we have to remember that segment of humanity and provide for them to enjoy their full potential within their limitations. And so we advocate and we help to put on awareness programs and create a space where people can feel welcome and can begin to rehabilitate in a social environment.
I have to say good morning as I promised. Doctor, I had to reach out to a young lady who you may know more of than I do. She's a part of the blind organization there in St. Kitts. You normally have an acronym for it.
The SKNAPD, St. Kitts Nevis Association of Persons with Disabilities.
Yes. So I want to say good morning to her. I think her name is Latisha. And she promised to be listening on the program this morning. Good morning, Anthony. Good morning to all our friends down there, Cranny and the others. You know those names better than I do, but I want to give them a shout out. Good morning to you, Burnell, who I know is always listening. And we long to hear your voice, Burnell. The numbers are the same, 669-7312. We'd like to get a shout out from you this morning, see how you're doing and what's going on with the organization down there. So do give us a shout.
Yes, good morning, Brother B. Good morning, Anthony Mills and Connie Cranston, Shadella Taylor, Vincentia Wilkinson and the group there at the SKNAPD at McKnight Community Center, Joseph Bergen as well, and of course Mary Nurse,
Yes.
so many others.
Mary is a very good friend of mine. Good morning to you, Mary. And we are very proud of the work that you're doing there as you advocate for persons with disabilities and the aged in your community.
Yes, and we want to say good morning to our folk here. And before we go, just want to extend our condolences to the family of Cicely Daniel, of Belviar, or known as Dolly. Just got news from Facebook by her sister that she passed away recently. So just about a week or so ago, we saw her in Renford as we were driving to that area, taking on the way home. We stopped and said hello to her. So
Yes, we had a good chat with her, and I want to extend my condolences to her family and thank her for her intervention. She too made a step forward to represent those persons in that vulnerable group, to ensure that they were seen, to ensure that they were heard, to ensure that they were part of building the community that they are part of and the community that surrounds them. So
she was a very active member of the Nevis Blind Light and Visually Impaired Society. She was always diligent in attending the meeting and other events. So, good morning, Jennifer Freeman there in Rices and the crew there, the Nevis Blind Light and Visually Impaired Society, that one of your staunch members have transitioned to, well, a better place.
Yes, so we extend our condolences to them.
Yeah. So, but those of us who remain, we have to continue the effort to run further.
Of course, the fight continues.
And we got to just keep doing what we have to do until our time is expended. As the good Lord say, occupy till he comes, right? And make use of every moment.
Indeed.
Within the time, right? So, how our theme song goes?
We are glad we came together. We are glad we came together at CBR. There is help and healing for everyone, for everyone, for everyone. There is help and healing for everyone at CBR. There is therefore great achievement. There is therefore great achievement at CBR. We are gaining so much more. We are gaining so much more at CBR. Together everyone achieves more. Together we achieve more at CBR. And that's the theme of our team.
Yes.
Together, everyone achieves more, right? And I believe it's a proven concept that, if we work together, we can definitely achieve more. There's strength in numbers.
Definitely, and unity is strength, and we got to keep striving that we have to work together as a team. We just need to understand the value of teamwork and that there is benefit for everyone, but the building the team takes some time and effort, and we just have to keep working at it and keep those lofty unified goals in mind to keep everyone grounded. That always look for the bigger picture, the bigger objective, and that will keep us when little issues come. We want to go off on tangents. We got to keep our eyes focused on the goal, and the goal is to bring people out of the shadows into the light, into a more functional existence.
And I guess we can always run alongside that, Dr. Lauda. I suppose most people, if not everybody, understands that everyone needs someone at some time.
Definitely.
We are social beings. We were just created to exist like that, to look out for each other. And so let us endeavor to do that, not just by speaking, but by our actions, to do whatever we can to ensure that everyone else is okay.
Yes, and so we make no apologies for advocating for these community developmental processes, that it will pay benefit in the long run. And because as a community working together, as our team song says, together everyone achieves more.
I hope you're enjoying your Easter break, or Dr. Lyward, I'm not too sure if that is accurate in terms of break for you, but for those of us who normally assemble at the day center, the Cotton Community Center, we have taken a short break, and I have reached out to a couple of persons to make sure that they're okay, because I do miss them, and it was very heartening for me when I speak to people to hear them say, well, we miss you.
Yeah.
Yes,
and we do miss it, and I happened to be there yesterday to go into the store to get something for Gail, and of course, she was at the Jessup's Community Center with another Easter camp for some young children, and so yes, we are missed, and it felt different going there. No one was there,
I know. Had a short chat with Monica Fergus, our coordinator, and she too is endeavoring to, make a difference. She has a lot of plans as usual. She's always busy doing. I think she has a camp going right now as well. So good morning to you, Monica, and I hope that everything is well with you.
Yes, so we are busy people, and so we just have to appreciate that. There's lots of work to be done, and so people need to realize that, hey, you got to get out and get hooked up, get aligned with some agenda, some cause, and let us all work together at the end of the day and see how we could maximize our scarce resources, and that's where the team coordination comes in,
We're not having any guests today on Zoom?
Not yet. They have not logged on yet. But
anyway,
I'm just trying to make sure that they get the link,
Our silent in-house guest, we had a chat earlier, and he too understands, that, if we're going to achieve anything, we have to work together. We have to listen to each other, right? Not to lord ourselves over each other, but, we have to sit down and have conversations that clearly outline, the direction in which we want to go, right? So we thank everyone who, make it their business to have a conversation. That's where everything starts, right, Dr. Lyward?
Yes. We got to sit down and get our bearings, right, and appreciate that, we have to have a commonality of purpose if we're going to work together. That, yes, we come from different backgrounds, different perspectives, and so, but we have to, at the end of the day, agree on common objectives. Otherwise, we'll keep having tug of wars and going off a tangent, So we need to unify our common objectives at the outset. And as we go along the way, we got to keep having that conversation, because we might see something interesting we want to divert here and there, but that will distract us from our long-term goal. Yes, if the sideshow will contribute to the long-term goal, yes, we can divert, but make sure that we come back on track in quick order. Otherwise, we could get stuck in the diversion. So we need to always keep the long-term goal in mind and
Stay focused.
Stay focused. That's the right word. Yeah.
All right. I want to say good morning to Patricia Chambers there at Craddock Road. I haven't seen Patricia a while, but I understand she's been very busy entertaining family and all that, and that's necessary. She's been away from her children for a little while, so that reunion must have been a very warm and rewarding one. So I want to say congratulations to you, Patricia, and wish you all the best. We look forward to seeing you soon. And good morning to all the other volunteers of CBR. We hope that you take this time to get some well-needed rest and maybe, chronicle the ideas that you have. Got a call from one of our volunteers yesterday who was questioning us, going forward, and as usual, giving ideas what we can do and how we can go about, putting things in place and so on. We appreciate everyone who, even when they're not at the center, they're thinking of how we can make things better, how we can be more involved, how we can be more engaging, how the program can be more fruitful, could be more benefiting to those persons that are there. We really do appreciate those suggestions and persons who are always willing to engage and, as I say, put thoughts on the table that we can work together to achieve more.
Yeah, and that's the whole idea. I mean, everyone will have ideas, suggestion, but you can't just keep it to yourself, and
Right.
you have to bring it to the group, bring it to the committee meeting or whatever the case may be, and then we flesh it out, and then as we consider each idea and the merits or demerits, then we put together a strategic plan of action, We can't do everything at once, so we got to
Right.
prioritize which idea will go first, second, or third, or which will be put aside until a more convenient moment, But we have to have that overall strategic plan. Keep our eyes on the goal that we determine. We want to be here by the end of the year, so that's our goal for the year. We have a goal for 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, And we work backward from our long-term destination, I mean, I always say that you always fix the end and work backwards where you are, and then you fill in the gaps as you go along, right?
As one driver said to me, you cannot just wait. You can't wait till you reach the base of a hill to decide what gear you're going to use.
Exactly. No.
You have to have a plan, You're going out, you know where you're going to go. You have to, set out a driving plan, which road you're going to take, which hill you're going to take, and so on. You have to know your vehicle. You have to know what you have to work with in order to get to where you want to go. Right, so we appreciate persons, coming forward and making suggestions and willing to sit down and put plans in place that would help us to achieve these goals.
Yes, let me just pause to recognize our good friend from Barbados, Udali Wickham Ashby. Good morning, Udali. She's on the Zoom.
Udeli, good morning. How are you?
Udali, come on in.
Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. And how are you both?
Oh, we're wonderful, thank you. I was wondering if I had to, as we say here in Nevis, throw a stone on the roof to wake you up.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a good two week break from the radio program, So we're back full of fresh energy.
Okay.
How's Barbados today? Waking up?
Beautiful as usual.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's beautiful as usual. So I'm enjoying it.
I've got a new friend for you, and so I'll be seeking to speak with you a little later today to get you on board. I know you like adventure, new projects, and so on. Well, this is not a project, but it's an opportunity to reach out, and I know you always look forward to the opportunity to reach out and help somebody. We are very grateful
course.
for people like you Deli yourself, who always seek out an opportunity to give an idea, to give a suggestion, and not just straight out there, but seek ways and means to work it to the benefit of those persons in our vulnerable groups around our communities. So we thank you so much.
You're welcome. That's our purpose here on earth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, so let me just also acknowledge our Facebook Live audience. Ivor Henry was first off the ball with pleasant good morning to everyone. I wonder if he's still in the Federation.
Yes, he
He
is.
still is, okay.
In the Federation, he's
So-
been sharing around some information as he goes around and meets people. He's been posting photos and all kind of thing. He's having a good time.
Wonderful. So hope we can see him at the center next week when we start, if he's still here. And he had planned to come.
He did show up.
He did show, but then we were
We
closed
right,
after
we
the
weren't there.
agricultural exhibition.
Right.
Yeah. Also, good morning to Jam Forbes. Present good morning to Dr. Library and to all, she said.
Morning, Jam
And
Falls.
God bless each of us.
Always great to have you in our listening and viewing audience. Yesterday she sang for us on air.
You're wonderful. Yeah, so we are here again and looking forward to the restart of the center program next week. And look like I'm getting even more busier, Renford,
Well,
because I am committing myself to a project. We met some recent partners, that will be bringing advanced rehabilitation services to the Federation, prosthetics, orthotics, physical therapy.
I was just going to ask you, that organization has a name?
Well, we call it CURA.
Cura.
Yeah, Caribbean Unified Rehabilitation and Ambulation, right? That's the collaboration between Eureka Health Services and Aspen Incorporated, So they're already operating in St. Kitts. And so they're now partnering with Eureka Health Services to expand their offerings to the Federation and, of course, looking at the sub-region, Antigua, Montserrat, St. Martin, Anguilla, and the wider Caribbean, because they're offering advanced services in building prosthetic limbs, upper and lower limbs, and braces, etc., custom-built shoes, etc., so that persons who have challenges with mobility can be better rehabilitated,
Yeah, well, more power to you, Dr. Leonard, and that business venture that would benefit, the
And I will take license now to advertise that we are planning an event for the 25th of April when our partners from the USA will be in the Federation again. They have a clinic planned in St. Kitts around that time, the 24th of April, and they'll be here. And then we are planning to have a launch here in Nevis at the Malcolm Gishard Recreational Park. I've already completed the application for that facility. I spoke to the officers there, and it looks doable. Just waiting for the final approval that yes, we can use that space on the 25th of April. So flag that date in your diary, guys, and all who want to come out to learn more are welcome. Open to the general public, but we are targeting the health service providers as well, because they'll help to build the program with referrals and, of course, new knowledge of services available for their clientele. So doctors, nurses, physiotherapists, occupational therapists, policymakers, insurance agencies, social security.
and the business community.
Yes. They're all welcome because mobility issues can affect any and everyone, And we need to know how to prevent and promote better posturing and mobility. Whether you have any spinal issues, scoliosis or whatever, then they could fit you with braces and things like that. So it's a comprehensive advanced rehabilitation service that will be on offer, become more accessible. Yes, the technology is in the USA, but it's becoming closer to home. The main drivers of the service, they live in the USA, in New York, and they will be coming down at least once a month. Who knows, they might be coming more often as business improves, but at least they have a base here already in St. Kitts. Have one physical therapist on board, and now Dr. Lab will be joining the team, in a bigger way. So I may have to go to St. Kitts sometimes to do clinics down there in the absence. So all these have been discussed in the last couple of weeks, and I've committed myself to support the program at that level. So I feel I could take license and speak, before the final word comes out from the other parties, but because I am a major part of that collaboration. So we look forward to those developments coming on stream in short order.
Well, anything that would be bringing some sense of ease to persons who have mobility challenges and chronic pains and joint challenges and so on, is always welcome.
Yeah, quite a few of our patients who have been amputated, have been struggling with the idea of will I be able to walk again? I get more mobile, and getting access to prosthetics, it has been a big challenge. And to travel to other countries to have it fitted and so on, will no longer be necessary because the service will be coming right to your doorstep. All you need to do is to get to St. Kitts or get to the clinic here in Nevis whenever they come again, and they will do the evaluation, the measurement, etc., and
ask questions.
Work out what is the best prosthetic device for you, and then they will take it back to their lab in New York and have it manufactured and bring it back. And if you need any adjustment, they can always take it back and back and forth. So the services will coming right at our doorstep. So look forward to that development. I've already spoken to different ones, in the authority, in the policy making level in the country, and at the fair. The way at the fair, right? And they showcase some of the technology to come, right? And people were getting interested, asking questions. So this is just another development of that conversation. So I'm glad to have this platform to promote these developments in real time.
Yes, it's always good when persons concern themselves with these interest groups, and try to alleviate the problems that they encounter every day. It must be a very distressing situation when you have a problem and you look around you and can't find anybody or anywhere where you can get some relief. And so to be able to collaborate with a group like this where more people will be helped, it has to be a good thing. And so I just encourage our people to take advantage of it and go to the workshop, ask questions, make sure that you're in the know, right, so that you can benefit and your families can benefit as well.
Yes, definitely. So I'm so pleased to be part of that development. It's like a dream, coming true. When I met these people, and it was referred to by one of our patients, who happened to learn of the service, and they went to them and they asked me to get in touch with them, Dr. Liebert. Here's the number, call them, right? And sure enough, I called and spoke to the therapist. The therapist put me on to the main parties in New York, and as they were coming down in a few days' time to start their clinic, then we arranged a meeting in things. So we went down and we met together. We had discussion over dinner, and then things have been unfolding rapidly ever since.
That's a wonderful thing.
Just I say good morning to my good friend, Mr. Steve Reed, there in Craddock Road, right? Other known as the Mighty Flamingo.
Yes, my
I'm
friend
sure he'll
too.
be delighted to hear this news that, the conversation we had is beginning to bear fruit in real time. And someone here in the studio is smiling because they know Steve Reed very well.
That's good.
Our in-house guest is smiling at that news, so.
Because he knows him well.
Yeah. So, please be part of these developments and look forward to see our clientele or patients or loved ones get access to better rehabilitation services,
Udeli, anything to report from your end of the Caribbean?
Udali, are you still there? Okay, good.
Anything going on from your end of the Caribbean that you'd like to share with us?
Well, something is always going on in Caribbean, and I can tell you that there has been a recent formation of an organization bringing women together, women with disabilities. So the ideas are rolling, the conversations are happening, because there are some peculiarities that impact and affect women with disabilities that do not necessarily connect with men with disabilities in the same way. So that is on the horizon, and the advocacy continues throughout the region, so it's really us continually working to make the awareness deeper.
I had to smile. I think it was just yesterday. It was brought to my attention of a workshop that is supposed to be staged to get men more informed. I'm saying, I don't know Why these women feel like they always have to, be telling men everything? Because men don't seem to understand. Men don't understand women. Men don't understand what women have to go through. Men don't understand how to treat women, etc., etc. I don't know. But anyways, lots going on, and we're always happy to embrace whatever information we can to make life better for each other. And
Well, the thing about it is that there needs to be separate conversations amongst women and amongst men. But we also need to acknowledge the power and the importance of each gender supporting each other. So men must be there to support the women, and women must be there to support the men as well.
yeah,
But
we have to live
as I
together,
said, there's still some matters that must be discussed by ourselves. The same way with men.
Definitely. I mean, you have what they call breakout rooms, You have everybody come together in the big congregation,
Yes.
and then you have the breakout rooms for the sectoral interest groups, So that's all part and parcel of, development,
One of the, now that we're talking, one of the areas that now pops back into mind is here in Barbados, there is a big thrust to strengthen the awareness and build stronger support for people living with mental illnesses. And I know that there is a huge level of fear amongst the population when they have to encounter or confront persons living with any type of mental illness. And I think this is a conversation, Renford and Dr. Leiber, that we too need to have amongst ourselves within the community of people living with disabilities, because even for some people with disabilities, they too have a fear of embracing that person living with a mental illness. And I can understand it, but it is, how do we work through? How do we unpack all the fears and challenges around living with mental illnesses?
Usually, as a clinician in that area, I found that people need a time to tell their stories, right? And people with mental challenges have very long, convoluted stories, right? And, but you have to give them the chance to vent, and if you don't, then they will never get healed, And so we need that, gain a space where they could just tell their stories uninterrupted, right? Because they only know their pain, right? And we can't feel their pain for them without their telling us and bringing us into their experiences. So, but if we don't give them that space to tell their story, how they came to be where they are at, then we're still building barriers and, put impediments towards them getting healed properly, And sometimes that's why people come to my office and they take long inside, because I don't rush people to their consultation, right? Because they have time to, get it off the chest, right? And people interpret the world differently, right? And if I try to cut across, then I miss a lot of valid information, So apologize for my patients who have to wait long in the waiting room sometime, but everyone inside have my full ear and attention, Because when I rush a consultation, then everyone is not properly served, even myself, so. Okay, continue, Deli. That's just my little insight to how to help resolve these mental challenges.
And that is needed. That is needed, because sometimes we want to rush people into sharing their stories, or even trying to tell them how to share their own stories. So we need to allow people to talk, release, and maybe even then start to help them look at it in different ways.
Yeah, and people need to have reality check, right? Their reality is different to ours, right? But unless they say what they are experiencing, and then we could now cross-examine them and get them to re-examine themselves and bring their perspective into reality with others, But that process is not always properly conducted, and so people go off at tangents and begin to accuse one another of this and that, and then the whole thing gets very murky.
Yes, we have to be willing to sit down and reason and talk to each other to the point where we can understand each other. Not just talk down to each other, not just share information, or don't just read a book because you know how to read and you can call words, but you have to make sure that the persons with whom you're having a conversation, that we understand each other to the point where we can help each other. If you can't have that kind of conversation, then you won't benefit anything, you won't get anywhere, you'll just be making noise.
And the time is so precious that we need to give people that time, to get to understand their pain and to know them. And, when we rush through, we miss a lot of details and appreciation of, perspective. And then, we hear gone too soon and we begin to have regrets that we didn't take enough time with that person to get to properly understand them and help them to be healed properly,
The whole idea is to get people in a place where they're comfortable to speak, where they are trusting. I can speak to you because you're making an effort to understand. I don't expect you to understand everything all at once, but at least you're making the effort to be in a place at my level. I feel comfortable speaking to you. I can share what I'm feeling. I can share what I'm thinking, right? And together we can come up with some solution, some forward solution. That's what it's all about. And I'm so proud of this concept, Dr. Laiwa, the day center that CBI has embarked on, because people feel comfortable to come and sit down, take the time to release what's on their chest, what they've been experiencing, whatever anxieties they may have. It's now time to just relax and share, and also to receive somebody else's perspective and understand that you're not alone. That's very, very important.
Definitely. And so, folks, I just make a plea again that give each one quality time,
Time, yes.
Quality time. Take time to sit down and pat them on the shoulder, hold their hand, stroke the forehead, give them a listening ear, Ask them technical questions to get them to amplify what they're thinking and saying, and don't rush the process, Take time to smell the roses and look at the butterflies and the bees and the ants crawling, and they can tell us lots of information about how life should be,
Time and presence have proven to be two of the most valuable components that can help us to help each other.
Yesterday I went to see a gentleman. He's in his 80s, was recently amputated, Someone told me that I should go and see them, and just had a conversation, and the 10 minutes I spent there, he began to see new possibilities, light up, that, look, all is not lost,
Right.
And his wife, was there being burdened down that this gentleman who was so active, now he's in bed, cannot get around. And, I just showed him little things that he could do while in bed to begin to rebuild his muscles and keep his joints active, and tell him, look, there is a way. If you want to live, age is not an issue. You might be 84, but if you want to live to 194, you could do it, right? So long as the good Lord allow you to live that long. But you got to get up and get moving again. You just can't be living in depression that, oh, my leg has been cut off and I hold up in bed now. You can get out, you can go walking, you can go back to the UK, wherever you want to go, you can go. And there's a way to do that, and we're here to help you to find that way, And he said he felt good. First time he feel that sense of hope. His face brightened up, his eyes lightened up, and began to see possibilities.
He's now seeing himself trying to do these things,
yeah.
and literally feeling that sense of freedom that he so longed for, And this is the kind of hope, ladies and gentlemen, that we can bring to people by just starting a conversation, right? And this is what CBI is about: creating that space, creating that environment that persons can express themselves, persons can vent, persons can express what's inside of them, what their goals and aspirations are. And, just yesterday I was saying to somebody, sometimes we think that we have nothing to give, right? But just your presence, just a listening ear sometimes is worth more than a bank account that you think you wish you had to give to somebody.
I tell people that the money is already there, right? The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof, right? And so don't worry about the money. The money will flow one way or the other. If you can mobilize your own, somebody will say, okay, take this $1,000 and go on your way, right? Because they see your plight, they see your interest that you want to get a solution to your problem, and they begin to help in that regard, you know. And so just take that step in faith that I want to get out of my house, I want to get back walking again, I want to get back to my business, I want to go back driving again, whatever the case may be, and I will help you to learn. Somebody will help you to learn to achieve your goal. And with the service that I just discussed earlier about bringing to Nevis and think it's advanced rehabilitation services, prosthetics, orthotics, you know what I mean? People with all these challenges can now begin to get hope that, look, I can move again, I can walk again, I can do things again, because there are devices out there that could help me to rehabilitate properly, you know. And I say, where there is a will, we'll find a way.
Of course.
Of course. And as you were pointing out, Dr. Liebert and Renford, your presence makes such a difference to another human being, because sometimes people start to worry, they go into depression because they're not finding solutions. They cannot think of a way of resolving a particular issue. But you being present, whether it's on the cell phone, the landline, or just physically being there, can help them to find a solution. Look at the particular issue or worry in a different perspective and bring some new understanding, some new solutions. And that changes everything. That changes someone who may be heading for depression to swing the other way and become a radiant, joyous person, because they have found a solution. They have found an ally who is there, willing to stand beside them, stand with them, and help them work through these various challenges, you know?
Definitely, you know, and just that process, you know, of giving people that space and time to let them express their desires, their wishes, and even if they have no desire, you could help them to create a desire by showing them possibilities that, look, don't think that all is lost, right? You are here now, but you can be over there tomorrow. You can get up and out again, you know, and give them hope, sell them hope, and hope, give people that sense of purpose that, okay, all is not lost. I can get up again, I can walk again, I can talk again, you know, and somebody have now come to show me that there is a way to make it possible.
Yes.
There are a lot of people. There are a lot of people in our world who we tend to write off, that just want the opportunity to try. They just want to know that, you know, somebody has their back, somebody's watching, you know, somebody is there to ensure that, you know, they don't make the kind of mistakes that would probably bring injury to them, or, you know, anything like that. They just want a word of encouragement, just want, like I said, presence, you know, to know somebody's there, right? Some kind of support system is always there, and that's very important. So those of you out there who think that you don't have anything to offer, sometimes your presence is all that's needed, right? Just there to say, well, you know, you see, like they have these, well, this is the athletic season, right, Dr. Lywood? And persons go to the track and watch the young people and the children as they run. They themselves can't run, but just to be there to say, give it your best shot, don't give up, you know, and they find in themselves what they thought they didn't have, and win the races, get goals and all that kind of thing, just because somebody was there to believe in them, to tell them that, you know, you can do it. They may have had some doubts as to how much they can do and how much energy they need to exert to get to the finish line. But just to see a friend of theirs, a parent, maybe a relative, or a friend, to say, listen, you can do it, right? And say, yeah, you know, I've been thinking that for days, but if you say so, let me try, you know, and give it your best shot, and you'll be surprised to see what can be achieved. And the same is true for persons in our communities who suffer with different ailments and so on.
Rehabilitation.
Yeah, rehabilitation and different things. Just to be there to let them know, listen, I saw Dr. Lywood at the center a few weeks ago encourage one of our members to go up some steps. She's an amputee, right? But Dr. Lywood, she was asking, you going to lift me up? He said, no, I'm not going to lift you up. I'm just going to show you how you can use your upper body to support yourself to get to where you want to go without using the wheelchair. And, she was laughing all the way because it's like, I can't believe I could have done this, Well, here's somebody encouraging me to try, right? And not only are they encouraging me to try, they're right here next to me. So if I fail, right? Or if I don't have that little extra strength that I need, that little extra push that I need to get me there, here's somebody right alongside me to say, don't worry, I got you, right? And sometimes that's all we need. Just somebody to say, don't worry, I got you. I'm here, right? And that can strengthen one's resolve.
And that hand holding, walking with a person while they navigate and learn the new technology, the new experience, is so important,
I forgot that's what you call it, Dr. Lywood, hand holding.
Yeah.
That's a nice way to say it, really, right? And we need that.
But it's like a young child learning to walk, right? They'll be fearful of falling. But
yes.
You hold a hand, and you be with them, and then they get the courage, the strength, and the muscles get stronger and stronger the more they do it, until the time comes they need no hand holding anymore because they have learned the ropes, they have learned the routines, and they could not do it on their own. They have the capacity builded,
And something get very daring.
Exactly.
They watch you. You watch a little child. You tell him come, right? And they're there and they're trying, but you stay there with your hands outstretched and you say come, and they literally run to you, right? Because they have now gained that confidence that if they fall, you're going to catch them. If they attempt to fall, you're going to catch them. And this is what we need to assure people that you're there. I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to support you. You can do it. There's much more in you than you think. You have something to offer. You have something to offer to your community. You can still do it. You still have your strength. Your brain is still operating. And, I'm just here to let you know, well, if you try, you can make it if you try.
Definitely. Now, folks, I know we have a very good conversation going.
As usual.
But there's another one happening tomorrow, which we need to
talk about.
Talk about and let the listening audience know so they could tune into 2020 Vision tomorrow. And
at 9:30.
I say from 9 o'clock because the good old days will be giving way to possibilities there, right? And I know Dr. Bridget Hines is somewhere listening on the Facebook Live. She have not made her presence known yet, but I know she's somewhere in the Facebook Live listening in.
Yeah, maybe with a big broad grin, right?
Yeah, so tomorrow.
Morning, Dr. Hines.
Tomorrow, let me give you the program outline for the day. Just trying to bring up the information here. Caribbean Media Group. Yeah, so it is Possibilities Day. And coming out of, is Michigan and Minnesota? Anyway, somewhere where Dr. Hines.
Michigan
resides.
Andrews University.
Yeah, Andrews University, yeah. So it is an ANC Activate radio and online platform will be launched today, and well, there'll be a whole day program. It's called ANC Possibilities Day, April 11, 2026, and the theme of that day is the reality of things, and that theme was developed by our good colleague, Dr. Paul Fort there in Barbados, and Dr. Hines loved it and has adopted it for their Possibilities Day program. So the program will run from 9 all the way down to 5 in the evening. And they'll be having different activities. Between 9 and 10, there will be, on the good old days, per slot on 20 Vision Radio, broadcasting live to the world, coming out of Andrews. So we'll be linking to 2020 Vision Radio tomorrow morning. And we have a special program by us here, where we present the theme Trot, the burden of care, will be presented by yours truly. Dr. Paul Fort will speak on the reality of things. Dr. Josephine Claxton will speak on both strategies for parenting, especially with person with autistic spectrum disorders. Ron Fodor will give the profile of a person with a disability and how they could change their mindset to get rehabilitated properly, and as a person who has lived through disability and now have created a niche for himself, when he will be giving his perspective. And our good friend Udeli, who is online, will speak about social protection and care in the Caribbean. And then Dr. Hines will give a summary of the day's objectives for the Possibilities Day program out of Michigan.
And we'll be on Zoom, so if you are interested in being a part of the program, you can, of course, let us know. And we will make our numbers available to you so you can call, interact with us, ask questions, make submissions, and whatever. We'll be on Facebook Live, we'll be on Twitch and YouTube, so you can be a part of the program. The reality of things to be presented tomorrow, the 11th of April, right here on 2020 Vision Radio.
But that's not all, Renford. And the program will continue after our link with ANC online platform coming from Michigan. They will be having special educational needs law from 10 a.m. by Dr. Sylvan Lashley. You have different special educational needs categories with Dr. Frank Atwell, Chin Achong. Then you have special educational needs advocacy by Mrs. Bonita Reynolds. Then they'll serve lunch. They'll resume at 1400 hours with...
We staying for lunch? We could have a Zoom lunch.
Well, it can be teleported by a drone, sending from Michigan to by hypersonic drone, right? Can get you within the hour. They have no drone technology warfare going on now, right? So, anyway, that's another conversation. Then at 1400 hours, there'll be special educational needs architecture by Mr. Jimmy Owino. At 1500 hours, special education needs workplace technologies and situation by Dr. Arturo Maxwell and Dr. Victoria Elder. At 1600 hours, there'll be special educational needs nutrition by Mr. Walter Williams. Then at 1700 hours, there'll be food tasting by Miss Franalina Jean-Baptiste. And then there'll be Vespers by Dr. Martin Hanna. So the sponsor of this program are ANC Activate Radio, 2020 Vision Radio Broadcast, and La Petite École. That's a French word for school, right? So children's school, I believe. Petite, and petite means small, and école means school, right? Going back to my days of learning French.
And our end of the program will be supported by
FNF fencing.
JNF fencing.
JNF fencing, yeah.
Yes. When I spoke with my good friend Dr. Floyd, he was very, 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 very excited about associating himself, his business with this venture, and so we thank him very much. We thank Mr. Buddy also for being on board with us to ensure that these programs come to our listening and viewing audience all across the world. We're so happy for the business community who understands that these ventures benefits our community, and if you're going to function in a community, you'd want to support that community, right, Mr. Barry?
Yes.
And so
okay, let me say ANC means All Nations Church, right? Thank you, Dr. Hines, for adding me to that group chat. Yeah, so ANC means All Nations Church. So, and it is coming out of Michigan in the USA. So they're having their International Autism Awareness Month, the month of April, and then the special Possibilities Day conference of the All Nations SDA Church with the team, The Reality of Things, a phrase coined by Dr. Paul Fort following his research. Okay, so Dr. Hines is listening and actively posting on WhatsApp to keep me on track. Thank you, Dr. Hines.
Yes.
Technology is really working.
Yes, she's like that. We are so grateful for her. Yes.
And she knows how to make technology work.
Oh yes.
In real time.
And as we speak of these happenings, I had a conversation with my friend who I met just yesterday, Doctor, who was telling me about. I think her name is Letitia. I'm not too sure what the surname is. Is Bristol or Anyway, I get to know that later. But she was talking to me about May being Blindness Awareness Month. And so the SKNA PD will be seeking to do some advocacy on that. And of course, we give them our full support as we try to support each other here in the region, right? So we'll be hearing more about that as time
go
by, yeah.
In the passing of time, the fullness of time.
In the fullness of time. There you go. In the fullness of time, all right? So, Ideli?
Yes, please. Some exciting things are happening.
Oh, yes. And it's always good when exciting things are happening, because it tells you that your energies, your work is not in vain, right? Things are happening, people are coming on board, people are listening, and not only listening, but people are responding. Even our business communities, they are responding to what's going on. So let us continue to endeavor to do our very best and not to slacken our riding. I know it gets tired sometimes, but it's all worth it.
I mean, this morning I feel really energized, by the content of our conversation and the connections that are being made, and not being a listener for this week, last 2 weeks, Yes, it's a break, but it was a refreshing break. I had time to focus my mind on other projects and things, and so.
And like your mind is always working, Dr. Led, always looking for an opening to make a difference. And that's a good thing. We continue to pray for each other and continue to support each other as we pursue all these endeavors, which are geared to making life better for people, particularly those who are in our vulnerable groups, like persons with disabilities and so on. And so we're still calling on our community at large to come on board with us. Together, everyone achieves more. Let us all do our very best to join hands together to ensure that everyone is comfortable, right? Or as comfortable as can be. Let me say good morning to Mario Ford and congratulate him again, as he was selected to be the patron for the recently passed Agro Expo.
Agro Expo, yeah.
Yes, hope you're doing well, Ford. We're looking forward to seeing you back at the center in the next couple of days, and your lovely wife Julie. We thank you all very much for all that you've done and all that you've been for CBR. We certainly missed your presence, but we're looking forward to reuniting and continuing our journey.
Yes, I know, well, folks, I know it's been a very engaging conversation this morning, and usually thanks for being there on the Facebook, and the YouTube, and the Zoom link, and your participation. But the clock on the wall is telling me we have 3 minutes to wrap up and make way for the news and other program on the computer queue.
So we'll give you a minute and a half of that, Jideli. Take it away.
Well, there's a song by Diana Ross called Reach Out and Touch
Somebody's new.
So I want to encourage, don't mind my singing, I want to encourage everybody to just reach out today to somebody. Reach out tomorrow, Sunday, Monday. Each day, make that commitment to yourself. You're going to just reach out and say a good word. You're going to reach out and just simply touch. Because I find that nowadays we seem afraid to touch one another. But, with permission, let's touch each other. Let's speak to each other and continue to love each other.
Well said, Yudali. So the laying on of hands will bring healing, right?
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And the good Bible speaks to that, right? So whatever we do with all of our heart in Jesus' name, and He will always help us. Always will help us. Right?
Yes.
So Deli, thank you very much. Have an excellent weekend yourself. We will catch up. We will be speaking very soon. Give our best regards to
excellent weekend.
Yes, give our best regards to Paul and Ray and whoever you come in contact with over there in Barbados, and we'll do the same here. All right?
Okay.
We're out of here for today, folks.
So don't forget tomorrow morning at 9, tune into 2020 Vision Radio for Possibilities Day programming from the All Nations SDA Church in Michigan.
and special guests. Join us every Friday at 7 a.m. as we promote awareness of disability issues to affect policy and social change for the better. Be a part of the conversation by calling 1-869.
Are you concerned about your health? Come on, everyone should be. The old people say that who don't pay a doctor will pay a pastor, or someone will for you. So before it reaches to that stage, come on in and visit Eureka Health Services.
Buddies, 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 for the easy way.
This 2020.
Buddies, 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 buddies.
This Cooperative Credit Union and the JNF Fencing.
EC Computer Institute, serving you with distinction since 1993. Located on Shiloh Baptist Road, Ramsbury Site, Nevis, we offer primary and secondary school children courses, basic, intermediate, advanced and university level adult courses, CSEC EDPM, CAPE Computer Science, and CSEC or CAPE Information Technology. You can become proficient in computer maintenance and repairs, QuickBooks accounting, computer programming, web page design, and Microsoft Office, which includes Word, Excel, Access, PowerPoint, and Publisher. Other services include printing, copying, scanning, internet and computer rental, accounting, computer programming, hardware and software installation, data recovery, and much more. We are open at 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. from Monday to Friday and 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturdays. For more information, find EC Computer Institute on Facebook or contact 469-5742 or 469-0493 or